The online groups are controlled, and I have a Zoom meeting, and it's not letting me in it. Since I exposed it, they just don't want me in the Zoom meeting. Know a toxic person or narcissistic person, I can't get anything, period, in domestic violence. It just can't be done. I'm trying to seek it on my device. So I used to be in tears, grief share, and I tried to expose it. I just did not think people understood what I go through. And I knew I needed to record it for people to believe it. How can POF face every single way, every avenue I turn? Domestic violence organizations, police, neighbors, family members. How is it possible this came up? They don't even want me getting support on Meetup. Too many felonies. This isn't brand new. I'm just trying to prove it's happening. Something went wrong. Again, this happens everywhere I'm at. This is the time of the group. It's blurry, 7:30, and the time is 7:24. So let's see how this goes. I know my story is incredible. The reason why I'm recording this, because they would start arguments. And then it's the same gaslighting and mind games. It was like a horror movie. Nonetheless, okay. So when I say they start arguments at a domestic violence, I could never find one. And all these meetup groups would have one party in it. And then when I recorded it, they started doing better. But it was a domestic violence group. And then I got on the group. Finally, I couldn't get anything in domestic violence. I finally found a group. And then I got on it. And there was the whole time, 25 minutes, they were speaking of a birthday party. And how they had ice cream. And I said, is this a domestic violence group? And then they started an argument. Well, do you have a problem with the way we were talking? I said, I just wanted clarity because this is a domestic violence group because you're talking about the birthday party. Well, if you must, why don't you tell us about your experience? Do you have a domestic violence experience? I said, yes. They said, since you want the floor so bad, why don't you go ahead and speak? And I was confused. I went ahead and spoke. And then they didn't give any kind of resources, any information, and just let me speak. And then started talking about tarot cards. Then I hung up. That's how I knew it was something definitely wrong. I'm just trying to prove it. I wasn't muted. They typically mute, but they said that the host wasn't in. Games. Multiple groups just wouldn't let me in them, and I would be in tears. Nothing had happened. I just couldn't gain access. Issues, 7:35. So I got let in, and now it's scammed because it's not being controlled, but it's just glitching. So the meeting got interrupted. Because if this was being controlled, it'd be criminal. Someone reporting that everybody I'm talking to is conning me is not realistic. You'd have to prove it. The reason I'm if you know you're being controlled by someone that's putting my safety at risk, that you're being dishonest. You should say that someone is manipulating and they're controlling my behavior. I am told that I can't assist you and I can't be authentic. That's imperative to communicate that to someone that's fleeing abuse. That I am indeed being controlled. Still struggling. For 10 years. Cannot connect to our service. Please check your network connection and try again. Error code. So let's see if they cut off the data as an alibi on why I'm not. It was her device. Her device was glitching. Now it's saying that I can't. I don't know if it's her that can't connect, but my device wasn't glitching. It was like hers was. So let's see what con they have now. See if they cut my data off. So my data's not cut off because that's been uploading for that video that's been uploading for 6 hours is still uploading. So let's go back and see what's going on. Now it's glitching and said there's no one here. The page doesn't exist or might have been deleted. This is why I record. It's 39 people. supposed to be attending? There's no one here. The page doesn't exist or might have been deleted again. I want you to see what I go through right here. Everywhere I have turned all day today, the doors have been closed. In fact, 10 years. I don't want to be negative like that. Some doors have been open, but I don't appreciate an abuser controlling my environments is what I'm trying to address. Show you the time. 7:39. There's no one here. I'm not quite certain on why they would shut down that meeting when I pulled out my device to record it. What are they trying to hide in these meetings that I'm sure you didn't believe? 7:40. This is a whole new meeting. I've never met this person. A random meetup meeting on narcissistic abuse, and these people seem to know me when I enter the groups. I play games 8 hours ago, 9 minutes. I got about 40 minutes ago, 10 minutes, and it just keeps fluctuating for games on the upload on this device I'm paying for. I don't even remember what are in these uploads. Okay, I'm waiting to enter in the group again. The group started at 7:30. Okay. There's no one here. That page doesn't exist or might have been deleted. Well, I did communicate my expenses online are bizarre. I'm not quite certain why so many parties would have all these meetup groups and be weird in them. Then have a group and then close out the whole group when I pull out my device and start recording this insanity I endure. I'm not quite certain on how so many people know I'm recording because I try to hide it. Nonetheless, they do, even on Meetup. So here's the online event. Let me click into it again. Okay. And I'm getting this insanity. They're still struggling. The email said something about Jason said call him ASAP and he's sorry about Itasca. What about the other 20 times? 20 plus times. That's the false arrest that they're speaking of. So they were struggling, and then it left. They're struggling for 10 years. They're trying so hard to give me these services. They were trying so hard. I almost got the law enforcement. It just was not enough evidence. We are not scamming so you can't come to church here. We promise. We did witness you getting drugged out of the church and body slammed on concrete. And then when you wanted a resolution or an answer to our behavior, we gave you a criminal trespass. No, we promise we're not targeting you. We're not. Schizophrenia. It's schizophrenia. It's not really happening. You saw that lady come at me? No, she didn't. No, she didn't. I have it recorded, ma'am. I got a phone call. I have to go. I don't know what they're going to do. Games. When my abuser's mad, every door, every avenue, every turn I take, I can't get anything accomplished. I think this has been processing for like 20 minutes. It processed and then disappeared. That happens a lot. So 8 hours to get nowhere. You just saw processing, and that says that this was uploaded. It's blurry on multiple. It does this on multiple different devices 51 minutes ago. So they're tired of having the scam, so they just locked it up. But my thing of it is, this is being the elephant in the room. I wonder, because in my head, I can't believe this is reality. That someone would be allowed to abuse this much power. I would like to communicate with real law enforcement and say, have you ever heard of this? Because there are some experiences that are unprecedented. So is this an experience like that? Are all targeted people, all people that have something against the government, are all government witnesses treated like this? To where you can't decently meet people on POF without them approving you to talk to them? Sites you're paying for? You can't properly use? Nothing. Can't be on meetup, at church, at domestic violence organizations. Can't use your phone in peace. Can't be at court in peace. Can't be in jail in peace. Can't even be with your own family members in peace.